Justin Barnes is a graduate student in the UNC Gilling School of Global Public Health. In his free time, he does something a bit different. He flies airplanes.
Airplanes are pretty sophisticated machines. They're powerful machines, and as pilots, our number one priority is safety.
Safety is key for anyone in the air. That's why Barnes must check all the fluids and components on his co-owned single-engine plane before jumping in the cockpit and locking in more flight hours towards the 1,500 requirement.
From my perspective, it makes it really hard for someone like me to pursue a dream.
When people like Barnes try to get their airline license, the money and time required can make it almost impossible. Barnes said that the airlines are having to make adjustments due to the lack of pilots entering the industry.
Regional airlines, because they don't have enough pilots applying for these jobs, have already started to cut routes. This is already happening.
Frank Sweat, a retired pilot for the National Guard, owns and runs Crooked Creek Airport in Bunn with the help of his dog Heinz. He helps students like Barnes get more accessible and affordable flying time.
For an individual to gain that amount of flight time is almost impossible if you have to pay for it yourself, because it costs as much as a college education or more.
While Congress debates over lowering the 1,500-hour rule for non-military pilots, Barnes keeps flying as much as he can.
Flying is the one thing we as humans have been able to achieve that kind of just says, you know what, I know gravity exists, but let's pretend for a minute that it doesn't. Let's see the world from the air.
Barnes has racked up 220 hours so far and says if the 1,500-hour rule was lowered, he could save a lot of money and time and be that much closer to reaching his goal of becoming a commercial pilot. In Bunn, I'm Hampton Crumpler, Carolina Week.